What's happening, So Fam? Antojai here. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to manifest anything that you want super fast by doing absolutely nothing. Yes, you heard me right. You won't have to do a thing to manifest because this is a top secret that took me years to learn, and hopefully you'll be able to apply it right after this video, okay? So I went on this huge journey and I started asking myself, how do I manifest anything I want? Now this was before, I started working with celebrities. I had a 7-figure business. I really got to a place where I was struggling. And when I was in that struggle state, what really happened to me was that I was really focused on this fact that I have to change myself. I have to fix myself. And that was like the narrative that showed up in a lot of different ways. I thought that I was ultimately fundamentally flawed. So the first thing I really want you to understand, it's not about changing you. I know that sounds really weird, that sounds really far out, but in all honesty, it's not about changing you. Whenever you say that you have to change to become part of the manifestation that you're looking for, all you're doing is creating space between you and the manifestation. You're saying that you are not here, when in all reality, quantum science has already taught us this, and we can dive deeper into it through Einstein's work, Nikola Tesla's work. Space is relative to our own consciousness. So it is there, but it's not there if we train ourselves not to work with space in the same way that everyone else does. So space is technically an illusion. There is no space between you and your manifestation. I'll give you a great example. If you wanted to dance, right? If you wanted to really just get into the mood of dancing, what do? You start dancing right now. If you're hungry and you want to eat something because you just have the munchies, what do? You go to the kitchen and you go get it, right? There's a little bit of space just between the idea and the actual manifestation, but it's not huge, right? Every manifestation is the same size. Rather, you're trying to manifest a huge house or you're trying to manifest just a bagel, right? The manifestation size is the same. It's just how much distance you create in your mind when it comes to getting that manifestation. So the first thing I had to know is it's not about changing me. It's not about changing you. That's not the problem. Because when you start saying it's about changing me, what you're ultimately doing is you're entering something called the healing trap, all right? And what that ends up doing to you is that you start off usually here, where you're saying, okay, I have an identity that doesn't really work for me, right? And I need to get out of this identity. I need to do something to fix the identity, rather it's energy healing, rather it's meditation, rather it's, moving from my current location. And these movements, these things, these practices, healing, moving, changing your diet, stuff like that will help you. But if you don't change the full fundamental portion of your consciousness, which is recognizing that you do not have to wait for your manifestation, those techniques of healing and changing your diet are only going to get you slightly closer, but not super fast. We want to get you to your manifestations really fast. So it's not about healing yourself. And the reason was because when I started entering this healing trap right here, right, I started realizing that it was keeping me in an old identity, because the more I said I needed to heal myself, oh my God, this one part of my personality is flawed, I need to heal, I kept basically saying, okay, I'm gonna stay in the old identity. I wasn't actually progressing past it, even though I was telling myself I'm healing to progress past it. I chose to stay locked in a specific position in reality, constantly telling myself I need to heal, I need to heal, I need to heal. And I didn't realize that it became a healing trap. So I kept working on an old identity that did not work, which then made me at some point feel like, I was self-defeated. Like I was really starting to work well on it. I worked on my confidence and I would feel like I got a grasp on it. And then all of a sudden, I would see that I started retracting, like something wasn't sticking, right? I would do the affirmations, I would do the meditations, I would do the energy work, and it would help. But it wasn't really skyrocketing me to the next level. It was almost as though like it was a temporary aspirin, right? Like I had a chronic migraine. I took an aspirin to dull the pain, but at the end of the day, the migraine's still there. There's something still triggering the migraine, and it's only a matter of time before the aspirin wears off and I start feeling the migraine again. And that's what I would notice. I would notice that I was not confident, do the energy work, feel confident for a little while, and then all of a sudden I would fall back into rather a trigger that someone else brought into my reality, or I would just start hearing my own narrative say, you're not good enough. And I would lose my confidence progressively. So then I would be like, oh my God, that's a problem with my identity. I gotta fix my identity. I gotta fix my identity. And it just felt so tiring because after a while, I just felt like I had absolutely no control. It was like this up and down, like, 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, half a step forward, 3 steps back. It always just felt like I was stuck. Like there was the illusion of movement, but I actually wasn't getting anywhere. And if I did get out anywhere, like working with somebody that I really wanted to work with, or creating the life that I really wanted to work in or live in, it was by a fluke. It was just like cosmic luck that I was finally getting to these places. And I got to a point after experiencing this, okay, I'm being held hostage in this old identity. I'm self-defeating myself. I feel like I have no control. How do I manifest anything I want fast, right? And then I had to sit down and I had to kind of just keep thinking and thinking and thinking. And I eventually got to a point where I felt like nothing could fix this. Absolutely nothing could fix this. So the moment that I would hit this nothing could fix this, I would come all the way back to feeling, okay, it's a flawed identity. That's the reason why nothing, like I can't fix it, right? It's a flawed identity. And then that would put me again into a healing trap. And what I ended up noticing was it started off with Reiki. And then I was like, okay, well, Reiki is obviously not working. And then I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and do, hypnosis. Hypnosis didn't really work for a long time. Okay, let me do superconscious training. That didn't really stick for a long time. And I kept noticing that I would do superconscious training and then I would feel like I chefed something, and then I would realize, okay, by me still healing, I'm saying that there's something fundamentally wrong with me, so I'm still stuck in the old identity without realizing it. I feel self-defeated after a while. I feel like I lost control again. Nothing can fix this. And then I would enter this cycle over and over and over and over and over again. And I wish somebody would have shared this with me a lot sooner, okay? It wasn't until I met one of my gurus that he was like, it's not about changing you. It's not about changing you, Axel. It's about changing how you think and changing how you use your energy, because you can call upon as much energy as you want into your reality, but if you're not actually doing something with that energy, there's no point in requesting as much manifestation as you're requesting, right? Because it's like silly putty. You have to direct it. You have to do something powerful with it. So the solution to this that I ended up realizing after a while, okay? My guru helped me realize that this was me, right? This is technically you right now, right? What's happening is that you're waiting for rather a positive or negative stimulus to enter your life to skyrocket you closer to your ideal self. And what you don't realize when you're manifesting, when you're asking the cosmos, hey, cosmos, help me, okay? When you're saying, help me, the cosmos is going to give you rather positive or negative results to work with, okay? That's what happens, right? Especially when you're saying, help me, I'm trapped in an old identity, I have to heal. It's going to give you shadow work to work with. Then it's going to give you some light work to work with. And then it's going to give you, again, some other form of shadow work, and then light work again. And then it's kind of like this up and down. It kind of like is like a sine wave, right? And eventually, yeah, you will get to this ideal reality here, but you're not going to get there with lightning speed, because you're constantly telling yourself, I need to fix myself, right? And then here you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna do all the healing, I'm gonna do all the work. You get to this point right here where all the manifestations are coming, and then you drop right back down and you're like, I gotta fix again. So in order for you to change it, I had to realize that there is no space, there is no distance between who I wanted to be and who I actually was. The only difference was the thought, the thinking, okay? And this is where I was like, okay, what's part of the solution? All right, I said, how do I embody this person now that my guru has helped me realize that I'm creating my own ups and downs, that I'm giving my creation power to the good times and the bad times. You're not gonna be able to avoid every bad time, but you are gonna be able to control how they affect you and how often they show up. So here's the solution that I figured out. I asked myself, what if I'm that person right now? Instead of healing so much and doing all this work and trying to find all these like different answers, what if I am? Right? We do these affirmations where we're saying, I am powerful, I am this, I am that, I am that. The affirmations are there to help you finally realize at some point that you really are that person. The affirmation doesn't do any of the work unless your consciousness shifts. And that's why I got tired of doing affirmations and journaling and doing the energy work. Because I would do the energy work, I'd feel like really good in the moment, but I wouldn't sustain that energy because I didn't personally change the way I was thinking and applying my personal energy. So I said, okay, if I am that person, that 7-figure entrepreneur, the person who's working with celebrities, what would I do right now? What would I be doing right this second? And it took a little bit of meditation for this, right? Like that's where meditation really came into practice, because I would ask myself, okay, if I'm a millionaire shaman that is helping the globe transform as much as possible, and I really want to be making an impact, would I be sitting right now watching Netflix? Or would I be studying to see how much I could improve my brand? Would I be spending time on smoking a ton of weed, or would I be trying to find the next big break in my own consciousness to grow my business, right? And that's where I started asking myself, what if I'm that person? What would I be doing right this second? And then I started taking action on that, okay? I started realizing, okay, well, if I don't have the creative energy in my home, I need to find a different place to do the creative energy stuff. And then I found a workspace. That's where I'm recording this right now. And I realized, okay, like this really works for me. I'm gonna keep coming here because it's getting me in the flow, right? Like I feel like I'm in a flow state because in this space, I'm away from home. I have no other option but to work when I'm here. What would I be doing right now, right? At this current time, right now, as I record this video, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, old Axel would be sleeping by 11 o'clock at night. And I would be sleeping during this time, and then I couldn't use all the quietness for recording videos, right? So I asked myself, okay, where would Axel be now? Like Axel would technically be working at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's where I have my most creative space. It's the most quietest. I need to look at what's working for me and what's not working for me and make a shift. The final thing that I did is like, how am I holding myself back? And this one was the hardest one because you have things in your old identity, okay, that is holding you back right now. So one of the things that I had realized was, okay, I'm afraid of letting go of my day clients because what if I can't pay my bills later? That's an old identity, Axel. That's me then having to say, I gotta heal that money wound. That's me then saying, oh my God, I'm gonna live in some limited fear, okay? I did not want to stay in this identity. So I had to ask myself, okay, I have day clients. That doesn't allow me to be super creative all day long, like because I get interrupted. If you want to be super creative, you have to stay in a constant flow of creativity. When you get interrupted, you lose that. It can take 20, 15 minutes to get into that flow state again. So I said, okay, my day clients, they have to go. That was hard. And then I said, okay, what else has to go? Smoking weed all day long has to go. I love smoking weed. Then I had to say, okay, my creative space needs to change. And I tried to change the colors in my house to feng shui. I tried to make the room soundproof. I tried to move my furniture around. None of it worked until one day I realized, okay, maybe it's the house itself. I have to go to a workspace. I didn't want to spend the money to go at the workspace, but I said, let me just take let me just try something different. Thank God this workspace is super cheap. It's a very low fee a month. And I come here and I can create. I see the return in investment because I'm making this video already. Then I had to tell myself, okay, well, I don't like going to the bars anymore, so I have to cut that out, even though I had a ton of friends that were going to the bar. That was part of my old identity. I wasn't healing these things. I was looking at, who am I now, okay? How am I holding myself back? Oh, well, all my friends are gonna not want to hang out with me anymore because I'm not drinking. Oh my God, what if me paying for a creative space is gonna drain my pocket? Oh my God, I've been smoking weed forever. What if I can't stop smoking weed? Oh my God, my clients. What if I don't have clients during the day and I can't pay my bills? All of these were just excuses. These were just things that I was using to hold me back. Oh, I can't spend time with my family. One of the things that one of my gurus really helped me understand a long time ago, that's part of my dharma, and hopefully this can translate to you too. One of the reasons why I've been so successful in my own personal shifts is because I'm willing to do anything it takes to get my manifestation. If that means I have to lose sleep, if that means that I have to go to the gym, if that means that I have to spend hours meditating, or I need to travel the world, or I have to spend a certain amount of money that makes me feel uncomfortable just to continue being in my flow state, I will do whatever it takes to stay in that state. I want my manifestation so bad that nothing's gonna stop me from getting it. And that's when I realized that's the millionaire me. The millionaire me says it's all or nothing. That's what I realized when I was meditating. I'm like, that person at 3 a.m. is making content. That person has a different schedule in general. Schedule. Okay? This person doesn't go to sleep at the regular times as everybody else does. This person rather build their brand than sit on Netflix. This person would rather invest in assets and wealth mindset than buying stupid crap like, fucking Gucci watch or some shit like that. Don't get me wrong. I have fancy things, you know what I mean? Because I do like to pamper myself. But there are some people who do not, they're always spending money on crap, and then they're wondering why they're always broke, because you're not applying your energy wisely. Just like finances, you got to apply your money wisely to make it grow, and then eventually you can retire very easily and at a young age, right? The same thing happens with your energy. You need to see what's not been working. If you have a subscription in an old identity to Taco Bell, and let's say that a Taco Bell subscription, I don't know if these exist, but if they do, let me know in the comments below. If you have a Taco Bell subscription and it's $100, the new version of you could be taking that $100 and spending it on ads. That's it. That's all you're doing is relocating habits. You're not really changing your identity. You're not even healing your identity. You're choosing to do different things. That's how easy it is to manifest what you want right now. And was it scary to let go of my friends at the bar change the creative space and the clients and the smoke. Was all of that difficult in its own way and scary to me because I was comfortable being this person? Yeah, totally, 100% it was. But then at the end of the day, now I'm living my ideal lifestyle. My ideal self is talking to me every day. And this is a perpetual progress. I'm closing this gap here, okay? I'm closing that gap between my old identity and my present identity. Because it's not even a new identity. Because I'm multidimensional. Both of these people exist right now. There's two versions of me that exist right now. There's still a version of me that's still going to the bars and this and that and whatever. But I chose to quantum shift, quantum leap into being all these other things by simply making the choice. By simply making the choice. It's not about changing you, okay? It's not about healing your issues, which keep you in an old identity, which make you feel self-defeated and like you have no control in your reality. That makes you feel like nothing could ultimately fix you. It wasn't that. It was stepping into the lifestyle. Antojai is about lifestyle. Antojai means the cravings of life. I had to ask, what were the cravings of life that the multimillionaire me had? And then I started going after those things, living that life like as though I was already in that position. I said, I travel regardless of what's happening. I won't let myself be held back by other people's perceptions. I will do things my way, right? And I started stepping into that. And as soon as I did that, I had to really ask myself, what if I am, which you are in your I am state right now. What would I do right now so I could take action? Like literally right that second, that's when everything changed. I said, what should I be doing right now? I wouldn't be watching Netflix right now. Let's go ahead and start taking a course on building your brand. I literally in that second changed it. And then I told myself, how am I holding myself accountable? This right here is the one that I come back to every day. How am I holding myself back? Am I afraid to wake up early in the morning? Am I trying to find an excuse not to create content? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? This was what it was all about. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you're looking to join our Antojai Shamanic Academy, where you can become an ascended master, we'll teach you all the ancient tricks of shamanism as well as the new ones that no one else is talking about. We'll help you develop all of your psychic abilities, become a quantum healer, and also a power coach for the world that we're living in to help people get to their goals as quickly as possible by showing you not only how to manifest your highest reality, but also to help other people do the same thing. Check out the links in the description below. Set up a clarity call with me. Me and my team will go ahead and figure out where you fit in our program. We'll develop a very specific plan for you so you can be successful at the end of this. And you can join a community of awesome shamans, awesome alchemists, ascended masters that are changing the world every day, one person at a time. I'm sending you so much love. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. And let me know in the comments below if this really did resonate with you, because I want to know.